Long before Dracula prowled the pages of Gothic novels, terrified villagers in Eastern Europe were staking corpses they believed to be vampires. What drove this fear, and how did the legend evolve into the immortal monsters we know today? Join me on a journey spanning centuries, from graveyards to Gothic castles, to uncover the true story of the vampire myth. If you enjoy historical mysteries like this, click that subscribe button to keep up with our future releases. Our story begins in dark forests and villages of the Balkans, where tales of the restless dead circulated in whispered warnings. In Slavic and Baltic regions, villagers spoke of bodies that rose from their graves, thirsty for blood. In 1732, the village of Kisilova recorded the exhumation of a suspected vampire. Villagers dug up the corpse of Petar Blagojevic, finding his body fresh, with dark blood pooling in the mouth. They staked him and burned his heart. In these agrarian societies, death was shrouded in superstition and fear of the unknown. Poor sanitation and lack of medical knowledge led to misinterpretations of decomposition gases and cataleptic states as vampirism. Doctors now know conditions like porphyria and rabies produce symptoms, photosensitivity, aggression that could resemble vampire lore. Decomposition can cause the skin to retract, making hair and nails appear to grow. Between the 18th and 19th centuries, vampire panics erupted across Eastern and Central Europe. Entire towns joined in mass exhumations driven by paranoia and religious zeal. In 1737, Arnad, Serbia, dozens of bodies were dug up, their hearts cut out, and weighed against grain. Clergy oversaw rituals, holy water, crucifixes to quell the undead. Emperor Joseph II issued a 1755 decree to prevent vampire exhumations, ordering any suspicious corpse to be cremated or buried at crossroads to stop the hysteria. Broadsheets sensationalized these events, spreading fear beyond local villages into cities like Vienna and Prague. As folklore seeped into high society, writers began shaping the vampire into a literary monster. The 19th century gave birth to the first modern vampire stories. Inspired by Lord Byron, Polidori introduced Lord Ruthven, an aristocratic predator cunning and urban. Featuring a female vampire and themes of forbidden desire, Carmilla brought psychological depth and erotic tension to the myth. Vampires moved from rural superstition to drawing rooms, becoming symbols of social anxieties, sex, disease, immortality. Then came 1897. Bram Stoker's Dracula transformed the vampire into the cultural icon we recognize today. Drawing on Eastern European lore and his research notes, Stoker crafted a novel that balanced horror, romance, and suspense. Stoker's notes mention Prince Vlad III of Wallachia, the Impaler, whose bloody reign sparked Stoker's imagination. Dracula's letters, diary entries, and newspaper clippings created a sense of immediacy and realism, engaging readers with found footage-style storytelling. Stoker fused Victorian fears, immigration, reverse colonization, and repressed sexuality. Dracula's bite became Latin with erotic symbolism. The 20th century saw countless reinventions of the vampire myth, reflecting changing cultural landscapes. The 1931 Dracula film, with Bela Lugosi, cemented the vampire's cinematic image, cape, accent, and haunting stare. Rice's sympathetic existential vampires introduced moral complexity and lush prose. From Twilight to Netflix's Castlevania, vampires adapt to themes like teen angst, dystopia, and video game lore. Vampires embody immortality and otherness, objects of desire and fear, reflecting our fascination with life, death, and what lies beyond. Amid the myth-making, scientists and skeptics have demystified many vampire legends, showing how natural phenomena and human psychology fuel folklore. Gases can force fluid from orifices, making corpses appear to bleed. Conditions like catalepsy, temporary paralysis, and porphyria can mimic vampire-like symptoms, sensitivity to light, and discolored skin. Psychologists compare vampire panics to modern mass hysteria, social contagions that spread fear faster than facts. Vampires remain a potent symbol because they touch on universal fears: death, disease, and the unknown. Also desires, eternal youth, power, and forbidden love. Vampiric aesthetics influence music, fashion, and club scenes worldwide. From RPGs like Vampire the Masquerade to dark fantasy novels, the vampire myth thrives in interactive media. So which vampire portrayal chills you the most? The cinematic Dracula, the romantic Lestat, or the modern bloodsucker? From stake-driven burials to gothic novels and Hollywood blockbusters, the vampire legend has evolved with us, reflecting our darkest fears and deepest desires. Which part of this history fascinated you most? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more dives into the world's greatest myths and mysteries. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and never stop seeking the truth. Thank you for watching.
I am Dracula. A moment ago, I stumbled upon a most amazing phenomenon. Something so incredible, I mistrust my own judgment. Look.
Dracula. The very mention of the name brings to mind things so evil, so fantastic, so degrading. You wonder if it isn't all a dream, a nightmare.
Rats. Rats. Thousands. Millions of them.
But no, this is no dream. This is Dracula, the original terrifying story of a maniac and a man who lived after death, lived on human blood, took the form of a vampire bat, and lured innocent girls to a fate truly worse than death.
Dracula? Oh, what's he done to you, dear? Tell me.
He came to me. He opened the thing in his arms, and he made me drink.